on the field in car number 7, first appearance in the Sportsman Division for Plattsburgh's Cody Aubin. That car sponsored by the Pepper Restaurant. 10 cars. Qualifier number 1 takes the green flag. And we're underway with another Saturday night of short track racing action at the Big A. From the outside of row number 1, here comes Tyler Terry in the 44. He'll take the lead off of turn number 2. Jamie Atkins in the 68 in the second spot. 3 wide racing for the third position. Danny Sullivan works the meat and the sandwich. There goes Keith Pelkey in car number 24, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Making his debut in the sportsman class, and Keith Pelkey in the 24 will be 10th now on the outside of row number 5. All right, here they come again off of turn number 4. Green flag back out. Tyler Terry on the initial try at starting this qualifier took the lead over in turn number 2, and he's going to do the same thing again. They're 3 wide off of turn number 2 as Jamie Begorth trying to thread the needle. Gordy Stone falling back with a 77. Down on the inside, it's car number 3 for Danny Sullivan. The race for the lead is off of turn number 4, and at the stripe it will be Tyler Terry's. Tyler Terry had the lead by a half car length. Jamie Atkins at car number 68 in the second spot, drifting up in turn number 2 as that car pushes up the racetrack. 3 wide, perhaps. No, Begor had to back out of it as he had Shagnon right in front of him with car number 86. The inside line starts to roll for Dan Sullivan, and Bucko Branham throws it down to the inside. Here comes Branham in car number 20 looking to run. The leader is the 44 of Tyler Terry. He's pulling away from Jamie Atkins in the 68 car. Again, a look perhaps 3 wide off of turn number 2. That's not going to work. Mike Shagnon came down the track, gets a piece of the 20 of Branham, and cars are spinning over in turn number 3. Now, I'm not sure. But most of the drivers had last week off, and they've been a little rambunctious, it seems, in this first qualifier. Here comes the field off of turn number 4. Green flag. Tyler Terry's on the inside now on this restart. Jamie Atkins in the 68 works the top of the racetrack. Problems for Begor in the 19. That car not wanting to turn. He goes flying off the top of turn number 2, and he is spun over off the second turn. That's going to bring out another yellow flag. Tyler Terry in the number 44. Jamie Atkins in the 68. Danny Sullivan in car number 3. There's the green flag. The 3 of Sullivan working down on the inside, not able to get underneath the 68. Atkins in that second spot. Sullivan runs third. 4th is Pelkey in the number 24. Then it's Shagnon in the 86 running in 5th. Aubin in car number 7 running in the 6th spot. The leader, Terry. Atkins in the 68. 2 car lengths off of his back bumper. Then it's 3 car lengths back to car number 3 and Dan Sullivan working third. Then it's the same distance back to the 24 of Pelkey running in the 4th spot. Single file, they run around the racetrack as they'll work off the 4th turn and race down to the start-finish line, completing lap number 4. So this first qualifier is thinned out. We started 10 cars, down to 6. 19 J&S Steel Sportsman cars signed in the garage area tonight. 10 of them starting this first qualifier. 9 scheduled to start the second qualifier. Halfway in qualifier number 1. Tyler Terry's been in the safe place, out front. Took the lead on the first lap in turn number 2. He's led by about a car length to 2.5 to 3 car lengths, but that lead is going away. Terry's working a middle line around the racetrack. Jamie Atkins glued down to the inside, and he's chasing him down. Atkins is there at the stripe. It was a half car length lead for the 44 of Tyler Terry. Jamie Atkins almost draws even in turn number 2. They are even off the second turn. Atkins working the inside of the track takes the lead going into turn number 3. Here comes Jamie Atkins in the 68. Now Terry coming back after him on the outside, but that car appears to be pushing in the 44 and then not turning and getting off the corners very well. The 68 had the lead at the start-finish line. Let's see if he can finish the pass off of turn number 2. Jamie Atkins in the 68 is the leader. The 44 of Tyler Terry trying to hang in there. The 3 of Dan Sullivan close behind, sitting in third. 2 laps to go in this first qualifier, and Terry's got the lead back. Tyler Terry had the lead by 5 feet at the start-finish line, and now he's got the lead again off of turn number 2. Looked like that car was going away, and Atkins was going to pull away and finish the pass on him for the lead, but now the 68 not nearly navigating that bottom line as effectively as he was earlier. White flags out, 1 lap to go. And again, Atkins had the lead at the stripe. Off of turn number 2, Atkins in the lead. Trying to pull away as they race to the third turn. Tyler Terry draws even, takes the lead into turn number 3. It'll be a drag race for the win. Terry works the top of the racetrack. Oh, he loses it. Got bad sideways. The 68 wins it. Terry is second. Third is Sullivan. 4th is Pelkey. 5th is Shagnon. And finishing in the 6th spot in his first appearance in a Sportsman, Cody Aubin with car number 7. 5 is Brian McGinley, and starting shotgun in the field in car number 61, point leader and defending track champion Robin Wood, 5-time winner this year with a Leland's Barbershop Rent-A-Wreck number 61. The leader's Travis Bruno in car number 33. He took the lead off the second turn from the outside of row number 1. Dave Rabtoy going with him on the outside as the 56 of Casey St. Clair sliding backwards on that inside line. The leader of lap 1 is Travis Bruno. Dave Rabtoy goes to second. Nick Haywood in the Budweiser 29 moves to the 3rd position as that outside line is moving. St. Clair sliding back with the 56. You can see a bobble off at turn number 2 that allows Sean Duquette to close in. Duquette in car number 18 moves to the outside of the 56 car of St. Clair, and he'll go to 4th off of turn number 4. Side by side for 5th now, Brandon Atkins. Birthday boy in car number 4 trying to take the 5th position away from St. Clair, who continues to slide back on that inside line. Right now, Robin Wood in the 61, point leader and 5-time winner, is snookered behind the 56. He's got the 11 on the outside, so he really has no line to run in that number 61. The leader is Travis Bruno. Closing in is Dave Rabtoy in the number 21. He's just a half car length off his back bumper. Nick Haywood's working the rim in car number 29, working an extreme top line around this racetrack, and he's closing in on Dave Rabtoy. Sean Duquette also right there in the number 18 car. Robin Wood trailing smoke, had to get heavy on the binders going into turn number 3 to avoid making contact with another car. Throw a blanket on the top 3 cars. Travis Bruno in car number 33. Now a car length lead over the 21 of Dave Rabtoy. Moving to the outside of Rabtoy is the Bud 29 for Nick Haywood. Right behind them with a great view of the battle for second is Sean Duquette in car number 18 as we're halfway in this second qualifier. Well, qualifier number 2 progressing a lot more smoothly than that first qualifier did for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. Travis Bruno sideways a little bit that time off of turn number 2, but it didn't seem to cost him much ground, as it's still a car length plus lead for car number 33. Side-by-side racing for second, Dave Rabtoy in the 21, and car 29 for Nick Haywood. Haywood trying to get that outside line to work for him, and it's closing. It's now just a car length. It's been about a car length. I'm not sure if he's cut into the lead more than, or cut it down to less than a car length. They're still even just about off of turn number 4 for that second spot. Rabtoy in the 21, Haywood in the 29, the 18 of Sean Duquette thinking 3 wide. No, it's yellow flag as Brian McGinley spins car number 35 off of turn number 4. On the outside of row 3, then it's the 4 of Brandon Atkins and the 56 of Casey St. Clair. 8 of the 9 cars still running in this second qualifier. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Well, this one's not going to fly as Nick Haywood on the outside of row number 1 jumping the start. So they'll bring out the yellow flag and we'll try it again. It's a car that spun over in turn number 4, kicked up all that dirt and debris up on the racetrack. All right, this looks better. Green flag. Still a good restart for Nick Haywood on that outside line. He was right with Travis Bruno going to 1 and 2. And let's see if that progressive banking kicks in for him off the top of 2. Bruno's with him. On the inside, they're even going to the 3rd turn. Now Haywood gets the nose out in front. Drives it into turn number 4. Here he comes down the front stretch. And the new leader is going to be Nick Haywood in the 29. 2 laps to run. Haywood in the 29 has the lead. Bruno in car number 33 on the inside, working in the 2nd spot, but Sean Duquette's after him. Side-by-side racing for 2nd, side-by-side running for 4th. Right behind them, Rabtoy, the 21, and Jimmy Bushy in car number 11. And again, Robin Wood trying to find a place to run with the 61 car, but there's none to be found as he is stuck in the 6th spot. White flag is out. Nick Haywood's pulling away. Sean Duquette's gone to 2nd on the outside. It's a 2.5 car length lead for the 29 car. Bruno running in the 3rd position. The side-by-side battle for 4th will continue right down to the checkered flag. The winner's going to be Nick Haywood in the 29. 2nd goes to Sean Duquette. Travis Bruno 3rd in car number 33. And then close between the Rabtoy 21 and the Jimmy Bushy 11 for that 4th. And shotgun on the field from Post and Kill in car number 3. It's Andy Lindeman in the 3. 10 cars. Green flag. Mike Reel in the 0-2 with a rough ride on top of 1 and 2, but he'll shoot to the lead down the backstretch. Dan Brown runs in the 2nd spot. Andy Haywood off the backstretch, gets a piece of the bunker with the right rear, gets it back on track, and he is running near the back of the pack. The leader is Mike Reel with the 0-2. 2nd is Dan Brown with the 327. Aaron Bartamy runs 3rd with a B3. Here's George Foley in the 34 working the inside. Ryan McClellan problems with the 14. He's headed back to the pits. They run wheel to wheel for the 4 spot. Foley works the inside. Trim in the 28 working the middle and top of the track. That battle is over. Give it to Foley in car number 34 as Trim wanted to get down to the inside with that 28 as he's trying to fight the handle on the 28 car. Foley is moving. Works to the inside of the B3 into turns 3 and 4. George Foley, 2-time winner. Winner last time out is up to third. He'll pick that left front tire right up off the racing surface. He gets Bartamy and he gets Brown in the same front stretch. George Foley goes to second. Mike Riel in the 0-2 is the leader. Foley is chasing him down, but quick. The lead was 7 or 8 car lengths into 3 and 4. It's down to about 5 at the start-finish line. The leader, Riel. Second is Foley. Third is Bartamy with a B3. Running in fourth is Dan Brown. Fifth is Bryant Trim. The 11 of the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough, runs in the 6th spot. 7th is Andy Haywood. 8th is the 55 from Matt Woodruff. And Andy Lindeman runs in the 9th spot. Halfway in the qualifier. Foley goes to the top of the track. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. George Foley drives past on the outside, makes it look easy. It's a car length advantage into 3 and 4, and he's about to check out. Foley's on a rail. That car's flying. We got a spin near the back of the pack. The 80 of Haywood, the 327 of Brown, the 55 of Woodruff with no place to go, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. All right, we're ready to roll again. Halfway through, so it's a single file restart. Qualifier number 1 for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Mike Riel takes the green flag. George Foley again will go towards the top. Problems for the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough, that right rear tire down. Andy Lindeman in number 3 also parked along the front stretch. So back in the pits, Don Scarborough in the pits. Here they come off turn number 4, green flag. Now, it's a good restart for Mike Riel as he pulled away to 3 or 4 car lengths. But is he going to be able to hold off Foley? Foley's got a rocket ship underneath him tonight, it looks like. He checked outside, then dove down inside. Oh, look at that move. Riel trying to hold him off. Foley had to get on the binders going into 1 and 2. Gets the nose underneath off of turn number 2, and Foley drives away down the backstretch. George Foley will take the lead into turns 3 and 4. Mike Riel trying to come back underneath, but he's not going to get there. Foley's the leader, and he's pulling away. George Foley leads by 2 car lengths. Mike Riel runs in the 2nd spot. 3rd is Bartamy with a B3. 4th is Bryant Trim. 5th is Andy Haywood. 6th is Matt Woodruff, and 7th is Andy Lindeman with the 3. 2 laps to go for George Foley, who's checking out. Foley pushed the lead from a couple of car lengths to about 8, now 10, as he's down the backstretch going into turns 3 and 4. He has won twice this year. He won 2 weeks ago, and George Foley is flying tonight. Based on this performance in qualifier number 1, George Foley a threat to go back-to-back. Half a backstretch lead on the field. George Foley, final time through turn number 4, coming along the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. George Foley's going to get the win. 2nd is going to go to Mike Riel. 3rd to Aaron Bartamy. 4th to Bryant Trim. 5th goes to Andy Haywood. 6th goes to Matt Woodruff. 7th will go to Andy Lindeman with car number 3. Systems Rouse Tire Sales 5X from Brandon, Vermont, Dave Snow. That's the field. 10 cars. Green flag. Chris K in the 18, Cam Grady in car number 27. KA's got the lead off 2. Grady looks to the inside, going to 3, backed out. KA leading by a car length into turn number 4, running in that 2nd spot. It is car number 27 for Cam Grady. 3rd is the 1 of Atkins. Running in 4th, it's Bruno in car number 66. Behind him, it's the 90 of Martinois, who's going to work the rim off turn number 2. That lane taken away by the 66. Martinois again will go back towards the top of the track, behind the 66, snookered behind the 66, trying to get around, not finding running room. He's got the 38 down to the inside, no place to go for Martinois with the number 90. Now Martinois will look down to the inside going to 3 and 4. Again, that line taken away. The 66 with a bobble going into turn number 4, doing a nice job to hold off the 90 to this point, running in the 4th position. Martinois will look inside going into turn number 1. Mike Finney right there with the 38 as well. The top 3 cars have pulled away. Now Martinois gets the tires underneath going into turn number 3. The 99 again trying to hold his line, working through the middle of the racetrack now. As the 90 dives to the inside, he'll have that position going into turn number 1. Martinois goes to the 4th spot. Bruno in the 66 running in 5th. Here comes the 38 of Finney trying to find a way around the 66 car to get into that 5th spot. The leader out front is Chris K in the 18. The 27 of Cam Grady runs 2nd. Third is the 1 New York for Greg Atkins. Fourth is Martin Roy. Fifth is Jason Bruno. Then at bottlenecks behind the 66, you've got the 38 of Finney, and you got the 46 of Max Vienne. They're running wheel-to-wheel for position right now, racing for the 6th spot. Finney looking to the inside at turn number 1 of the 66 car. They make contact over in turn number 2. Problems on the right front for Mike Finney. I believe he's broken the right front spindle on that 38 machine. Let's see if he gets it back onto the racetrack. No, he's got it rolling again. Let's see if it will turn for him. We're going to stay under green. Yellow flag never came out, so we'll stay under green. Finney trying to keep that car underneath him as he had contact with the 66 going over into turn number 2. 2 laps to go for Chris Kaye with car number 18. Kaye's got a sizable advantage out front. Cam Grady in the 27 continues to run second. The 1 of Atkins running third. The 90 of Martin Roy getting the right rear tire off the racing surface in the middle of the backstretch that last lap as he tries to get around the 1 of Atkins. White flag is out for Chris Kaye. He'll put a lap on the 5X. That is the snow machine. Second is Cam Grady in the 27. Now the 90 of Martin Roy going to the top to get the 3rd spot. The winner is Chris Kaye with the 18. Second will be Cam Grady in the 27. Third is Martin Roy. Fourth is Greg Atkins. Fifth is Jason Bruno. Sixth is Max Vienne. Seventh is Vince Quinville. And eighth will be Mike Lebreche with the number 99. Is the pistol Patrick Dupree starting ninth and shotgun of the field in car number 5 from Moores. It's Jim McComb. 10 machines running. Green flag. 10 laps the distance. Qualifier number 3 taking the green, and Jimmy Ryan leads him off turn number 2. Got a little tap from the CO2 off the second turn. That actually opened up some room. Oh, the 3 wide into turn number 3. Will they make it work? Well, the 49 was sideways going to turn number 4, but somehow they were able to make 3 wide work through the third turn going into 4, and now along the front stretch into 1 and 2. The 49 seems evil right now. Richard Tesseur really trying to wrestle that number 49 car around the track. They box up behind the CO2. Craig Riel running in the 3rd position. Leon Gagnon runs second with a 4 car, chasing down Jimmy Ryan's number 60. Ryan leads by a car length off 2. Gagnon works the inside line of the racetrack. Then it's a gap back to Craig Riel in the CO2 sitting 3rd. Mike Wells goes to the top of the track in car number 76. He runs 4th. In the 5th position, it is the 10 of Pat McGrail. The 100 of Roger Lebreche running in the 6th spot. The 49 of Richard Tesseur is running in 7th. 8th is Chris Vernold. 9th right now is the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Dupree would not at this point pick up any handicap, so he would be starting deep in the field in the modified feature. And right now he is snookered. He's got Vernold on one wheel, and he's got the 49 right in front of him. No place to go for Patrick Dupree with the Saranac Country Store number 24. Now he might have some running room, but again, they'll close up on the back of the 49. Here's the race for the lead off turn number 4. Leon Gagnon to the inside, wheel to wheel at the line. It was the 60 of Ryan by about a foot. But Gagnon takes the lead over in turn number 2. Leon Gagnon pulls away from Jimmy Ryan by 2 car lengths. Ryan runs in the 2nd spot. Craig Riel is running in 3rd. 4th, it's Mike Wells in the 76. Pat McGrail sizing him up, looking down to the inside. He's running in the 5th spot. 6th is Richard Tesseur. Moving to 7th now is Pat Dupree with the 24. Patrick Dupree into the 7th spot. Again, he'll go to the top of the racetrack, try to get around the attache again, number 49 of Richard Tesseur. Tesseur has been fighting that race car in this qualifier, but he's still running fairly well in the 6th spot, but now the 24 of Dupree will take that away from him. Off of turn number 2, Dupree goes to the 6th position. The leader out front is Leon Gagnon, and it is a big lead, half the front stretch for the 4. Jimmy Ryan in car number 60 running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Craig Riel. 4th is Mike Wells. 5th is Pat McGrail. But coming after him is Patrick Dupree in the 24. Now McGrail's going to make a move on Mike Wells to the inside of turn number 3. Dupree tries to close in on them. White flag is out. You can see a lot of tire smoke on the 10, the 76. Oh, that's not tire smoke. The 76 of Mike Wells really smoking around the track. Dupree in the 24 trying to find his way around. White flag out on the field. Here comes your winner off of turn number 4. Chazy's Leon Gagnon wins big. Finishing in 2nd, Jimmy Ryan. 3rd, Craig Riel. 4th is Pat McGrail. 5th at the line, it looked like it might have been the 24 perhaps on the inside as Mike Wells in the 76 really smoking and heading back to the
Bombers come off turn 4, ready for the green. That's a good start on the outside for the 21 of Travis Sherman. Travis is going to lead him into turn 2 and up the backstretch the first time. Joe Fountain has that 77 car in the number 2 spot. But here comes the closers. Rob Signs on the inside to third. The 8 of Tyler Brissett on the move on the inside of the racetrack. Jason Branham moving up on the outside in the 13. A little bit sideways and going around will be the 77. The 8 goes around. Duravash pounds one of the tires on the inside with that 88 car. Caution flag is out. One lap complete. We're ready to go back to green. Sherman and Fountain set the pace off turn 4. Green flag is out, and Sherman gets a good jump once again. But that inside line is going to move up quickly. Signs is going to go to the second spot in the 3. Crary moving up on the inside in the 4, right alongside the 77. 13 of Jason Branham there as well, as is John Michael Brissett. And a 4-wide move on the outside by the 72 of Curtis LeGrave Jr. Trying to find a way by and work their way through the field with the top cars in this division. And one of them is that 72 of LeGrave. He moves to the inside now, right alongside the 13 of Branham. Back up front, Travis Sherman leads the way. He's got 7 or 8 car lengths on Rob Signs in the 3. The battle for the number 3 spot inside is going to go to JMB in the 14. John Michael Brissett takes third, dropping Tyler Curry back to 4th as the Bombers are halfway. Curtis LeGrave Jr. now running in the number 5 spot in the 72. Ray Germain in that 19. First time here at the Airborne Speedway. Running strong. He's looking for a top 5. Right now running in the 6th spot. Bombers have 2 to go, and Travis Sherman right now looking strong up front. Signs has closed the gap to about 5 car lengths, but he's going to have to move quickly as there's just a lap and a half remaining in this qualifier for the Busch Bombers. Brissett running in that 3rd spot with Crary 4th. LeGrave Jr. is 5th. And Germain is 6th. White flag is out for Travis Sherman. The Wackershaw-sponsored car number 21 has led from the drop of the green flag, and he could just about coast home from now as he's got that 5 or 6 car length lead off turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Travis Sherman is your winner with Rob Signs 2nd. John Michael Brissett 3rd. Tyler Crary gets the 4th spot. Top 5 rounded out by the 72 of Curtis LeGrave Jr.
Kevin Boutin in the 25 from Swan, Vermont starts 6th. That's Freeman Sawyer from West Shazy in the 51, and shotgun in the field is the 02 for Morrisonville's Jimmy Collins. 8 cars, green flag. H2O on the outside row number 1, going for the lead off turn number 2. Now that car is a 5-time winner in this division. And when he starts on the outside row number 1, it's going to be awfully tough for everybody else in the field, as Gordon off of turn number 4 along the front stretch is going to have the lead on the first lap. Joe Warren in car number 13 has been struggling with that car in practice, and he almost got a piece of the front stretch wall coming off the 4th turn. 3-wide action for 3rd. Threading the needle is Kevin Boutin in the number 25. The 22 of Favreau had to back out going to turn number 3. Drake works the top of the racetrack in the 3rd turn as Boutin is able to finish that pass, get to 3rd, and now look down to the inside of the 70 car. Last week we saw Robert Gordon work an extreme top line around the track into 1 and 2, taking a line that very few drivers will ever try headed towards the 1st turn. And he just did it again that last lap with the H2O cars. He's trying to find the quick way around, a line that car seems to take a liking to. This time he goes back down to the inside of the turn. Kevin Boutin to the inside of car number 70. And the 25 of Boutin's going to move to 2nd. Jason McClatchy in the 70 car back to 3rd. Rob Favreau running in the 4th spot. Joe Warren is 5th in car 13. The 3 for Dave Drake has been sliding back to the 6th spot. Then it's a big gap from the 3 car back to the 02 of Jimmy Collins. And behind him it's Freeman Sawyer's number 51. So we're halfway through this first qualifier. Robert Gordon with the H2O is your leader. Kevin Boutin in car number 25 running in 2nd. Jason McClatchy's hanging right with him on the outside. McClatchy doing a nice job with the Adirondack siding number 70 car. Hanging there in that 3rd spot, but Rob Favreau's closing in on him for the 3rd position. Favreau with car number 22 running in the 4th position. trying to close in on the battle. McClatchy's coming back after the 25 of Booton for second. 2 laps to go for race leader Robert Gordon. Gordon third in the points, leading by about 3 car lengths over car number 25 of Booton. And then it's a car length back to car number 70 and Jason McClatchy. McClatchy sits third. Here comes Rob Favreau peeking to the inside of the 70 car, going into turn number 4. With a white flag out, Robert Gordon, his lead is down to less than a car length. Car number 25 of Kevin Booton to the inside. They're almost even going into turn number 2. Now Gordon on the top of the racetrack gets a good run, pulls away down the backstretch going into 3 and 4. The 25 of Booton draws even, takes the lead going into turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Checkered flag is out. Here they come along the front stretch, and it's going to be Booton on the inside. Gordon finishes second. Third, it was very close between the 22 and the 70. Fifth was Joe Warren in car number 13. Outside is Lance Raptoy in car number 11. He's from Fairfax, and shotgun on the field from Clayburgh. It's Middleman in the number 2. Green flag. 8 laps the distance for the Renegades in this qualifier. And Josh Allen's going to take the lead, starting on the outside row number 1. He'll go to the lead off the second turn. Running in second is Andrew Bordeaux. Rick Donor runs third. To his door is the 357 of Curtis Seymour. Donor drifts up off the fourth turn. There's a good battle, a number of cars that are contesting that fourth spot. The 43 of Josh Terry, the 357 of Seymour, the 11 of Raptoy, and the 69 of Don Franklin. Those cars run side by side from 4th back to the 7th spot. The leader is the number 10 for Josh Allen. Andrew Bordeaux continues to run second and getting better on a pretty consistent basis with that 08 car. Rick Donor in the 86 running in third. And it's a gap back to the 43 of Josh Terry. Behind Josh Terry, closing in, is car number 11 for Lance Raptoy. Raptoy is one of 5 drivers that have won in the Renegade division this year. He is the second place point man out of Fairfax, Vermont in the Culligan number 11 car. The 69 of Don Franklin with the Subway Amerigas sponsorship battling the 357 of Curtis Seymour. They are racing for the 6th spot, and at the line it was the 69 that was in the 6th position. Now, the leader started on the outside of row number 1. Josh Allen took the lead on the first lap off the second turn, and he has opened up a 10-car length advantage over Andrew Bordeaux's 08. And the guy that's going to be feeling the heat pretty soon is going to be Rick Donor in the 86. Josh Terry seems to be closing in, as well as car number 11 for Lance Raptoy. Raptoy in the 11 moving to the outside of the 43 car, racing for the 4th spot, and right in front of them is Donor in that number 86. The battle for 6th is still side by side, and now the advantage goes to Kurt Seymour with a 357 as he works the top of the track to go to the 6th spot around Don Franklin. They've been flip-flopping that 6th spot between the 69 and the 357. Running side by side now for a number of laps. Well, out front, Josh Allen taking the lead on the first lap, and he has been running comfortably in front. His lead is now about 15 car lengths, nearly half the front stretch over Andrew Bordeaux. Rick Donor in the 86 running third. Thought he would feel some pressure from the 11 of Lance Raptoy, but by the time Raptoy finishes the pass on the 43, he's closing in on the back bumper, but I don't think he's going to make a serious challenge for that 3rd spot. The winner is going to be car 10 for Josh Allen. Andrew Bordeaux second, Rick Donor third. 4th goes to Lance Raptoy. 5th goes to Josh Terry. 6th to Curtis Seymour. 7th to Don Franklin. 8th will go to Dan Dubuque, and 9th will go to Metalman.
And we'll pick up the rest of the field as we get this one underway. First qualifier for the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds. Chad Collins leads the pack into turn 1. On the outside, Rico Hernandez trying to stick right with him. And it's Josh Lavarnway's 13, Scott Richner in the 21. 3 wide action up the backstretch. John Bradley, 69, is on the move. Josh Laporte's 45, Chris Levere's 4. The King, Jamie LaFountain in the 20. The 7 of Josh Leclerc. All fast race cars trying to find a way to the front. Jason Seymour's 35 and Billy Jenkins 33. 6 wide again. They did it last week, that 6 wide with no problem. They may try it one more time. Look at your leader, Josh Lavarnway. What a great story this would be if he could hold on and win just a week after being cut out of his race car. Chad Collins, second in the 22. He's going to be challenged on the outside by Scott Richner. As they're 4 wide up the backstretch, perhaps 5 if they try to scramble by the 21 car. Laporte's 45 moves up inside. He's going to go to third, and he may have second by the time they hit turn number 1. Mini Modifieds halfway as they try to run down Josh Lavarnway's car number 13. He is your leader, and he's currently got 4 car lengths on Josh Laporte. Collins is in the number 3 spot. The battle continues on for that 4th spot with the King, Bradley, and Richner. 2 to go. And what was a 4-car length lead is now a half a car length disadvantage. Josh Laporte bobbles, though, coming off the corner. And Lavarnway has a chance to come back on the outside. Laporte right there, sticking a nose in front as they come into turn 4. Lavarnway trying to come back at him on the outside. White flag is out. Now Laporte is your leader. Lavarnway will have to try to battle back as they head up the backstretch the final time. Bradley closing in on that number 2 spot. And Collins trying to hang on to 4th, but Josh Leclerc sticks his nose in front for the 4th spot. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner is Josh Laporte's 45 at the line. Lavarnway second. Bradley gets the 3rd spot. 4th will go to Josh Leclerc in the 7. And the 22 of Chad Collins rounds out the top 5. As the Mini Modifieds come off turn 2 for qualifier number 2. Woodward is your leader. He leads the pack up the backstretch. Tim LaFountain looking for a way by. Outside move from Eric Riel in the 0-2. He's going to take second. Here comes Speedy Brissett on the outside. He's going to move into the number 3 spot. Eric Sales, 47, is on the move, as is the 61 of Levi Bumpard. They're 4 wide, coming off turn 4. Chris Clark in the 77, Mike Whalen in the 11, Justin Donor in the 23. Round out this second qualifier for the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds. And Eric Riel is your new leader. Riel leads the way in the 0-2 with Speedy Brissett second in the 0-3. Good battle for that number 3 spot. Inside, it's going to go to Eric Sales. Sales will take over the number 3 spot in the 47, dropping LaFountain back to 4th. Whalen's 11 and Donor's 23. Battle for the number 5 spot, along with Woodward on the outside in the 43. And Chris Clark thinking about a 4-wide move off the 3rd turn. Halfway this time by, and a battle raging on up front. Speedy Brissett inside, Eric Riel outside. Eric Sales right there in the 47 as well. Brissett, your number 2 point man in the Keysville Napa Mini Modified Division, trying to pick up the victory. Sales right there on the inside, battling with Riel for the number 2 spot. And at the stripes, Sales will have second. 2 laps to go for Speedy Brissett in the 0-3. Sales trying to find a way by on the inside. Will he have room to stick a nose in front, or can Speedy shut the door? Speedy sticking in that middle lane. Sales has room on the inside. Can't get to the 0-3 as the white flag comes out. Sales gains his ground right here in turns 1 and 2. And can Brissett hold on to the advantage up the backstretch? It's Brissett with a half a car length advantage, and Sales right there on the inside. When they come off turn 4, checkered flag is out. Down the stretch at the line. No, was that close? I think the 47 perhaps held the line and got the victory. Brissett second, Riel third, the 23 of Donor fourth, and Chris Clark fifth in the 77.
And Jimmy Bushy has picked up the other victory. This is event number 9 for the Sportsman cars, and they are ready to take the green flag. Here they come off of turn number 4, 19 strong. Green flag is out. They race off into turns 1 and 2, and Tyler Terry, similar to his qualifier, will take the lead off of turn number 2 away from the 68 of Jamie Atkins. Leader is Terry going into turns 3 and 4. Travis Bruno trying to get to the second spot as Atkins is shuffled to the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Bruno through on the inside in the 33. It was still Atkins in second at the line. 3 wide racing into turns 1 and 2. Dan Sullivan working the extreme outside line with car number 3. And now he'll try to get back in line underneath to the outside rather of car 29. Dave Raptoy in the 21 shuffles it down to the inside. He is working in the 7th spot off of turn number 4. The leader is Tyler Terry. Travis Bruno is second. Third is the 68 for Jamie Atkins. Running in 4th, it's the 18 of Sean Duquette to the inside. Keith Pelkey's car number 24 works the top of the track. He is in 5th. Side-by-side racing from just about there on back. 6th, Dave Raptoy on the inside. The 86 of Mike Shagnon. Danny Sullivan in car number 3 running right behind him on the outside of the racetrack, as some of the top drivers stuck in the middle of the field trying to hustle their way towards the front. The leader is Tyler Terry in the 44. He leads by 3 car lengths. Then it's Travis Bruno in car number 33. Jamie Atkins in the 68 being chased down by the 18 of Sean Duquette, and still a lot of good racing from right behind Duquette back through the field. The 21 of Raptoy, the 24 of Pelkey. Pelkey trying to get down to the inside, make a pass on Raptoy, can't do it. Raptoy's still there off of turn number 2. There's 3 wide right behind him. Look at Sullivan in the middle. Haywood in the 29, Sullivan in the 3, Shagnon in the 86. Sullivan trying to squeeze through off of turn number 4. Dan Sullivan bumping Haywood to the left, bumping Shagnon to the right. There's still 3 wide around the racetrack. Haywood, Sullivan, Shagnon, now 2 wide off of turn number 2, and Bucko Branham's moving. Branham and Robin Wood make it 3 wide as Shagnon falls back with the 86 car. The leader out front is Tyler Terry. Second place runner is Travis Bruno. Third is Jamie Atkins. Fourth is Sean Duquette. Fifth is Dave Raptoy in the 21. Side by side running in that 6th spot, it's the 29 of Haywood, the 24 of Pelkey, Bucko Branham there in the 20. The 3 of Sullivan has been snookered on the outside. He's behind the 24 of Pelkey. He's got no place to go. That inside line is the line that's rolling. Robin Wood is also stuck on the outside line. Now Sullivan finds room down behind the inside of Bucko Branham's 20, right in front of the 19 of Jamie Begor, as they work past the 24 of Keith Pelkey. Intense racing just inside the top 10. The leader is the 44 of Tyler Terry. Travis Bruno works in the 2nd spot. He's still 3 car lengths off the back bumper. Then it's the same distance back to the 68 of Jamie Atkins, who's running in 3rd. 4th, it is Sean Duquette trying to close in on that 68, but can't quite seem to get there. The car that is moving is Bucko Branham in car number 20. Branham goes to the 5th spot to the inside of Dave Raptoy. Nick Haywood trying to go with him down on the inside. It's that inside line that has been moving tonight for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. For much of the season, it's been the top of the racetrack. Now it's the inside line that the drivers have dialed in. Branham in 5th, but he's got a big gap in front of him as he tries to close in on the 18 of Sean Duquette, lap number 10, about to go up on the scoreboard. Tyler Terry leading, and that lead has pretty much stayed at 3 to 4 car lengths. Travis Bruno running in the 2nd spot. He's not feeling any heat because it's 4 car lengths from him back to the 68 of Atkins, and Atkins has maintained a 1 to 2 car length advantage over the 18 of Duquette. Reeling in Duquette is car number 20, the Professor Bucko Branham, with that Bud Light machine. Closing the gap, it was about 5 or 6 car lengths. Now it's down to 1.5, make it 2 off of turn number 2. Then a gap back to Nick Haywood in the 29 as they run single file. Haywood, Sullivan, Begor, and Robin Wood right off the back bumper of car number 19. 12 laps complete now. Let's run through the field. The 44 of Terry, the 33 of Bruno, the 68 of Atkins. Here comes car 20 and Branham going after the 18 on the outside. Bucko Branham goes to the top of the racetrack, makes a pass of Sean Duquette, made that one look easy as he goes to the 4th spot. Bucko Branham's on the rail and he is moving. 13 laps complete. Branham into the 4th spot. He has time to work with, especially if a caution were to come out. We're just past the halfway point as we charge towards lap 25. Branham is now 4th, Duquette is 5th, 6th is Haywood, 7th is Sullivan, 8th is Begor, 9th is Wood, 10th is Dave Raptoy. Running in the 11th spot is car number 11 and Jimmy Bushy. 12th is Keith Pelkey, 13th is Mike Shagnon, 14th is Howard Stoner, 15th is Casey St. Clair. Now 3 wide as they work around the slower car. Cody Aubin making his debut in the Sportsman division, keeps it down to the inside. Branham working around the 68 of Jamie Atkins, trying to move into that 3rd spot. He will on the top of the track. Now he can see the leaders. That 2nd place car of Travis Bruno now right in front of Bucko Branham. Lap number 16 about to go on the scoreboard. Branham is reeling in the leaders. Atkins not going away without a fight, though, as he's down on the inside of the track. He was almost even for 3rd at the stripe, but now Branham gets a good run off the top of 2, and he'll try to finish the pass going into turn number 3. Bucko Branham in car number 20, really eating up real estate off the 4th turn, trying to chase down Travis Bruno. He is next in the sights. Bruno is chasing down the leader. It was 3 to 4 car lengths for much of the race, the 44 over the 33, but now it's down to a car length. 17 laps complete. We have not yet had a lap under caution. This has been an outstanding run so far for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. 1 car length the lead at the stripe, and Bucko Branham is closing in. Branham wants to make this a 3-car battle for the lead. The 33 is a half car length now off the back bumper of car 44 and Tyler Terry. Bucko Branham in car number 20 is just a half car length off Bruno's back bumper, sitting in third. Shaping up for an outstanding finish down the stretch. Branham peeks to the outside of car number 33. Yellow flag is out. There's a car that is spun over in turn number 4. I believe it's the Aubin number 7. Working down the backstretch, moving into turns 3 and 4. But they're ready to run again. Here they come off turn number 4. 6 laps to go. Green flag. Now it's go time for Travis Bruno in car number 33. Terry's down on the inside. Bruno takes the lead off turn number 2. Branham looks down on the inside. He's going to go 3 wide into the third turn. Branham in car number 20, trying to get that second spot away from Terry in car number 44. Travis Bruno will show the way off of turn 4. He's the leader. Lap 20 goes up on the board. Branham is in the second spot. Terry back to third with car 44. He's got his hands full. The 29 and 68 make contact off the second turn. The 68 slides back a spot. Now that inside line rolling behind Dan Sullivan. Bucko Branham pulling up onto the back bumper of car number 33, sizing him up off turn number 4. 21 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Branham power slides it into turn 1 and 2. Atkins is sideways over in turn number 2. Bushy in the 11 drifts up the racetrack. Got a piece of the 19. He's off the top of the track in turn number 2. Bushy's not rolling, and that is going to bring out a yellow flag. Yellow. Travis Bruno hold off Bucko Branham and get his first win of the year. Or will it be win number 3 for Branham on the outside of this front row? Here they come, down the front stretch. Green flag is out. A good restart for Branham going into 1 and 2. Let's see if Bruno can hang with him coming off the second turn. Don't think so. The 20 powers off at number 2, and he pulls away down the backstretch. Bucko Branham goes to lead. Here comes Nick Haywood coming after him with car number 29. Haywood trying to fight for that second spot. Go at it, says Bucko Branham right behind him, because he is checking out. Branham's lead into turn number 1 is now 4 car lengths. Bruno in the 33, Haywood in the 29, then Sullivan in car number 3. Haywood trying to make the pass for that second spot as Branham runs away out front. His lead now 4 to 5 car lengths coming off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch, 2 laps to go for Bucko Branham. At the stripe, Haywood had the second spot. Bruno was back to third. Sullivan trying to get in the mix for that second position as well with his number 3 car. Bucko Branham continues to build the lead out front. Here he comes off of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 to go for Bucko Branham. Nick Haywood in car number 29 tries to work past the 33 on the outside. He's in that second spot. Now Dan Sullivan's going to try to follow him. Sullivan in car number 3 goes to third. The 33 of Bruno back to the 4 spot, now coming back after Sullivan for third. No doubt about the winner out front. 3 times now in 2011. Bucko Branham wins. Nick Haywood second. Dan Sullivan third. Travis Bruno fourth. Fifth, it looked like Sean Duquette 6th. Tyler Terry. Then it looked like Jamie Atkins in the 68. Jamie Begor in the 19. Robin Wood in the 61. And Dave Raptoy in the 21. Well, he methodically worked his way through the field. Using the top, using the bottom, that car worked wherever he wanted to put it, and Bucko Branham has won for the 3rd time this season with a Bud Light number 20. All right, everybody, 3rd win of the year for Plattsburgh's Bucko Branham, climbing out of his car. Bucko will get a much-deserved cold bottle of water from Tom Herzig. And one of the things that we were talking about during the race, and I'd like to have you give us some perspective, as the sun sets, how tough is it from the driver's standpoint working down the backstretch to 3 and 4?
It gets pretty bright coming off of 2, but I've been here so long, I take my windshield up and I put my mirror in the way of the sun, so it's little tricks you learn over the years.
You were using up every inch of this racetrack. You can see some of the scars. Butch was telling me about 5 or 6 laps from the finish. You were right along that front stretch wall coming off of turn number 4, but that's where your car really seemed to get a lot of real estate tonight on the outside.
Yeah, the car was pretty loose. I'm just driving from madness from the heat race. Just one idiot out there just took out 3 cars, and seems to does it every week, and nobody does nothing about it.
Well, Bucko, a third win for you, and again, the car working very well wherever you wanted to put it. And also, last week you ran pretty well up in Quebec. Tell us a little bit about that race and how things went when you went up to Quebec last Saturday.
Yeah, the cars are pretty strong up there. They're all really nice cars. They treat us really well. Great hospitality. We didn't really have any problems with anybody. I mean, it was a pretty good race. I mean, we finished 5th against some pretty stout cars up there, and some of the guys are even in the CAS car division, which is like a NASCAR division down here. And I think we did pretty good. We supported Airborne pretty good.
Well, congratulations on a third victory tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We got a couple more to go.
All right, that's Bucko Branham. He says you got a couple more to go before this season's done. Bucko Branham with win number 3. Fairly deep in the field. He'll put on a charge right next door to George Foley. Keep an eye on that machine. He was flying in the qualifier. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green. Flag is out. KA shows the way going to 1 and 2. Dupree is right up against a wall. Might have got a piece of the wall as he works the extreme top of the track in 1 and 2 and just goes flying down the backstretch off of turn number 2. Now he knows in front of him is Martinois on the 90 and also George Foley already in car number 34. So if Dupree wants to get a win tonight in that 24 machine, he has got to try to get through some of these cars and get to the front because other cars are moving in that direction. The leader is Chris Kaye. He's got a 6-car length advantage off of turn number 4. A number of cars trying to work their way through the field as they charge along the front stretch. Running wheel to wheel off the second turn. 3 wide off 2. Now it's 2 wide. As Martinois tries to go around the B3 of Aaron Barnamy. Martinois is working the top, and it's working for him. The number 10 of Pat McGrail also goes topside. He touches the wheel with a B3 of Barnamy along the front stretch. Everybody's all right, though. The 90 of Martinois drifted to the top of the track, but he had to slow down as Mike Riel in the 02. He took that line away as he went to the top of the racetrack. That allowed Andy Haywood to hustle past underneath. The 02 fighting the handle over in turn number 2. The leader is Chris Kaye, half a backstretch over Cam Grady. Jimmy Ryan runs in the 3rd spot. Craig Riel runs 4th. Leon Gagnon is 5th. 6th is Andy Haywood. 7th, Martinois from the inside that time. Martin often getting the job done on the top of the racetrack. Moved to the inside of Mike Riel's 02 car. And now he'll go to the top as he tries to reel in Andy Haywood running in front of him. Here comes Leon Gagnon in car number 4 going to the outside. Gagnon tries to work around the CO2 of Craig Riel. Chris Kaye setting a very fast pace, already eyeing the back of the pack. That's Dave Snow in the 5X who's been fighting the handle on that car. That car plows to the top of the track through the turns, and now Kaye will move past on the inside. He's got a near, we got a spin over in turn 3 and 4. Foley's involved in the 34, Trim's involved in the 28, and it brings out a yellow. Yellow flag is out. Brian Trim in car 28, George Foley in car. That first spot, Chris Kaye, who totaled his car about 3 or 4 weeks ago, here he is in the lead. Green flag. The 27 of Cam Grady works the top of the track. Oh, look out. We got a spin over at turn number 2. Richard Tisser in the 49 might have had some help off of turn number 2. And that's going to bring out a yellow flag. He is in 10th. 7 down, 23 remain. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Again, Grady gets a good run towards the top of turn 2. He will take the lead down the backstretch. Mike Riel gets a piece of the bunker. Now he's back on track. They're running 2 and 3 wide, wheel to wheel around the racetrack. Jimmy Ryan slow in car number 60. He is losing spots, and he is fading towards the back. Out front, it is Cam Grady showing the way now. Chris Kaye runs in the 2nd spot. On the move, Leon Gagnon in the 4, trying to get around Craig Riel in the CO2. Martinois is going to try to follow. Roy follows the line around the CO2. He'll go to 4th. Craig Riel back in the 5th spot. Running in 6th, it's Andy Haywood in car number 80. The 7th man is the 10 of Pat McGrail. 8th is Aaron Bartamy in the B3. Running in 9th, it is the 46 of Max Vienne. And 10th is Dan Brown. The 327 is moving towards the front. Cam Grady's lead is 6 car lengths over the 18 of Chris Kaye. Third is Leon Gagnon, but the man on the move is car number 90 of Martinois, who has gone back to the top, trying to get some bite, trying to dig in, and trying to get his way around that number 4 machine of Leon Gagnon. Also charging to the front is car number 34 of George Foley. Patrick Dupree also trying to make progress towards the front. Foley is quickly moving towards the top 10. Martinois has gone around Leon Gagnon. Martinois is about to go around Chris Kaye. Now, if you are a regular here at Airborne, you know how fast that 90 can be on the top of the racetrack, but you also know how that 90 can sometimes use up the right rear sneaker. And that car can build up a big lead only to see it disappear real fast. We've seen it happen before, and he is closing in on the leader. How much will he have left on that right rear tire by the time he gets there? Running wheel to wheel for third, Kaye and Gagnon in the 18 and 4. Gagnon will take that third spot away. The 27 of Andy Kane, the Andy Kane owned 27 of Cam Grady, feeling the heat now from car number 90 of Martinois. Waugh has closed into 2 car lengths along the front stretch as we're halfway. Martin looks to the top. Now follows him through turn number 2, closing quickly, going into turn number 3. To the top of the track, carrying momentum. Martinois trying to set up the pass, brings it back down to the inside. He'll follow him around. Off the pace is Jimmy Ryan. He's in the bunker in car number 60. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. And Leon Gagnon. 4th, Chris Kaye. 5th, Craig Riel. Those cars running in the top 5. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Martin's going to the top. Cam Grady's taking it away. Not quite, though. He's left him running room. On the top of turn number 3, Martinois. Lap number 17. Can he lead this lap? No. Grady holds him off. Into 1 and 2. Grady using up that right rear. Not going to be able to hang on the lead this time. Lap number 18. Martinois takes the lead using the top of the racetrack. What's left on that right rear? Grady in second. Leon Gagnon is third. 4th is Chris Kaye. 5th is Craig Riel. 6th is Andy Haywood. 7th is Pat McGrail. 8th is Aaron Bartamy. 9th is Max Vienne. And 10th right now is the 78 of Vince Quinville. Running in 11th is Dan Brown. 12th is George Foley. 13th is Pat Dupree. Those 2 cars, 1 and 2 point men, 12th and 13th. Foley making a move now, trying to get to the 11th spot. And not quite. Almost dead even for that 11th position at the start-finish line. As he tries to get around Dan Brown, the 327, now he will go to 11th. Brown back to 12th. Dupree still sitting in the 13th position. Field trying to navigate underneath the 5X. That is Dave Snow, first time at Airborne. Foley better look out because that car is slow in front of him. Oh, that was close. Foley had to really get on the binders. He had a huge run off of turn number 2, and he really had to get on the brakes hard, or else he would have just demolished that 5X as well as his own number 34. The black flag is out for Snow. He will limp back to the garage area. Martinois' lead is nearly the front stretch over the 27 of Cam Grady. That last lap, Martinois turning a 16.1, Grady turning a 16.5, so it's 0.4 of a second faster. Martinois around the track. That time slowing down a little bit into a 16.2. This is the area of the race where Martin has sometimes run into trouble with a right rear tire, but he's got such a big lead built up that it's tough to fathom he would have trouble in this one. It is a front stretch advantage for car number 90. With Cam Grady running in the second spot, Leon Gagnon running in third. Chris Kaye is 4th. A big gap between the 3rd and 4th place runners. Andy Lindemann's car, a lot of smoke billowing out of that 3 car. Checking to see if fluid is being put down around the racetrack. Lindemann in the 3, a lot of smoke coming out of his car. Still on the top of the racetrack. That car has really slowed over in turn number 2, and that is going to bring out a yellow flag. Yellow flag comes out for the 3 of Andy Lindemann because he was flying. 26 laps complete. Here they come off of turn number 4. Single file restart. Green flag. And again, he pulls out really fast to a big advantage as a Martinois who started back around the 12th or 13th position. Contact along the front stretch. McGrail and the CO2 of Craig Riel had some contact. Both drivers were able to sort things out. That was close. At one point, it looked like Craig Riel was headed right towards the front stretch wall. Now McGrail's back after him on the outside. Butch is waving the wrong flag. He's signaling 1 to go, but he's waving the checkered flag. Rutrow. Here comes the field around. Richard Tesseur is off the pace. Martinois with number 90 over in turn number 2. He wanted to show them 2 to go at that time. Everybody stayed on the green flag, thankfully. Now here's the checkered flag, and Martinois is going to win it. Second is Cam Grady. Third is Leon Gagne. Fourth is Chris Kaye. Fifth is Andy Haywood. Sixth is Pat McGrail. Seventh is Craig Riel. Then Max Vienne and the 78.
There's Rob Knowles is standing by for our winner, Martinois. Rob, take it away.
All right, waiting for Martin to come out and get up on top and do a dance. It's win number 2 for Martin at Airborne this season. Climbing out of his car. Going to the top, Martinois doing the victory dance for the second time this year. And the Aaron's Lucky Dog doing a dance of his own. That'd be a good competition. Lucky Dog against Martin in a dance showdown. All right, Martin coming around. Come on down this way. Come on over so we can see you on camera as well. We'll stand right over here. Congratulations, man, using the top of the racetrack again. And this time, the right rear tire was very good at the end of the race.
Yeah, tonight I changed the setup because a couple of night is not good. Tonight is the new setup is very good. The outside grooves has come back for me, and I'm go to.
Yeah, you went to the outside early, but I saw you one time even move down to the inside to get past the 0-2.
Yeah, the 0-2 go on the outside and pick up on the inside.
Well, the car really was hooked, and you said you had to change the setup because you didn't want to run into the same situation you had earlier in the year where the right rear tire was going away.
Yeah, the track changed because the sun is very hot this week and the week after, before, and I changed the setup for a climate for the new racetrack.
Win number 2 for you on the season. Félicitations.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, everybody, to come every week. Merci beaucoup à mes fans québécois qui viennent m'encourager à toutes les semaines. Merci beaucoup.
All right, that's Martinois, everybody. Martin gets his second victory of the year.
Bombers setting a nice slow pace as they come off turn 4 and await the green flag from Chief Starter Butch Hendry. We're underway. Tyler Crary on the inside in the 4. Rob Sainz sticks right with him. They'll be side by side up the backstretch. Sainz sticks his nose in front. Look at the move by Curtis LaGrave Jr. LaGrave gets collected by the 21, and he's off the top of turn number 3. Keeps on going. Sherman keeps on going as well with a 21 car. A shake of the yellow flag directed at the 21 car by Butch Hendry. Up front, Rob Sainz trying to play catch me if you can. He's pulling away from the number 4 of Tyler Crary.
See, Durvage passed 8 cars on the first lap.
That's a fast car. And we got a car spinning up in turn 4. That's the 74 of Jeff St. John. He's going to try to get it refired and out of harm's way. He will, but not in time. Yellow flag is out. 2 down, 13 to go. Signs, Crary. Again, a slow pace as they come off turn 4. Signs steps on it as the green flag is out. And look at this 19 car. Ray Germain tries to split the middle. Joyle drifts a little bit high. It impeded the progress of the 19 just a bit. So now they're 3 wide into turn 2. John Michael Brissett on the bottom of the racetrack trying to take that number 2 spot off turn 4. Brissett goes to second. Joyle is back to third. On the outside, it's Germain's 19. On the bottom of the racetrack, it's the 88 of Durvage. Durvage now is going to drift to the inside and go by Joyle's 58. Joyle is back to fourth. Germain trying to move up on the inside as they battle for that number 4 spot. Tyler Crary right there as well in the 4 car. And it's Travis Sherman's 21, followed by the LaGrave 72. Keep an eye on those 2 cars. But up front, Rob Sainz is running away and hiding. He's maintaining his big advantage. On the second place, John Michael Brissett, number 14. Durvage third, Joyle fourth. Sherman is up to fifth. Crary is sixth. Curtis LaGrave Jr. moving up on the outside. Was seventh, now sixth. He's going to battle Sherman for the number 5 spot. They take it into turn 3 and a little bump from the 72. Gets the 21 up the racetrack, but not enough yet for the 72 to get by on the inside. They're together into turn 3, and LaGrave is going to go by on the inside. Halfway this time by. And Rob Sainz's lead has been chopped in half by John Michael Brissett's 14. Durvage still running in the number 3 spot in the 88 car, and then it's a big distance back to Joyle's 58. Kicking up the dirt in the bunker was the Dale O'Neill 16, but he's back underway. As Durvage and Brissett continue to slowly close in on Rob Sainz in that number 3 car. As slowly as they close in, the laps continue to count off. And we'll be down to 6 laps remaining as they come by the start-finish line. And Rob Sainz hang on and pick up his first career win. We had a first-time winner last time out with John Michael Brissett in the 14. And we have back-to-back first-time winners. Trouble for Bill Joyle Sr. He's sideways in turn number 3. Car tries to refire. He pulls it into the infield. Caution flag is out, and that is good news for the 14 and 88 cars. We go green flag racing this time by, and no, we're not going to go green. Yes, we are. They'll throw the caution on the backstretch as that restart was messed up to begin with. So take 2 on a lap 10 restart. 5 remain. Sainz in the 3. Brissett in the 14. Slow pace. They're followed by Durvage's 88 and the 21 of Sherman. Green flag is out. And again, the outside line gets the jump. Brissett is first. Sherman is second. As Sainz is caught sleeping coming off turn 4. He's back to third. Durvage is now fourth. Contact with the 88 and the 3. Both those cars go around. The rest of the field scrambles to get by, and we are back under caution. All right, still 10 down, 5 to go, but we have a much different front row. JMB in the 14, Travis Sherman in the 21. Both drivers picked up first career wins this year. Will one of them get number 2? Stay tuned. Brissett gets a good jump on the inside. The 21 a little bit squirrely in that second corner. Drifts high in turn 2. He's going to lose the second spot to Tyler Crary. Here comes that 19 of Ray Germain. He looks to the inside of Sherman. He wants that third spot. Dale O'Neill, 16, is moving up as well. Rob, you talked about Duravage losing ground in the point standings. He's only a spot behind the 72.
He's about to pass him, Rick, because the 72's in the bunker.
Curtis LaGrave Jr. kicking up the dirt on the backstretch, and he'll lose a spot to the Duravage 88. But up front, JMB got some lessons from Speedy. Speedy working on the car, made it fast last week, and guess what? It's fast again this week.
He went to speed school?
Speed school. 3 wide action as they continue their battle for the number 4 spot. Sherman trying to get second spot back away from Crary. Oh, the 19 and 16 made contact. And Dale O'Neill kicks it up over in turn number 2. That car got maybe 5 or 6 feet into the air as he jumped off turn 2, and caution flag is out.
That was Dukes of Hazzard off the top of turn number 2.
2 laps to go, 13 in the books. We're back to green flag racing. JMB trying for 2 in a row. Sherman right there on the inside to take that second spot back. Duravage wants to go to third as Crary drifts high. Duravage will take third. He's not happy with third. He wants second. He looks to the inside of the 21 car, but Sherman says not this time. Coming off turn 4, we have 1 to go. Can John Michael Brissett hang on and get back-to-back wins? He's got a 5-car length advantage on Sherman. Here comes Duravage. Here comes LaGrave. All after that number 2 spot. Field comes off turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Your winner is John Michael Brissett. Travis Sherman gets second. Third spot is going to go to the 72 of LaGrave with Duravage 4th. And Tyler Crary rounds out the top 5.
Well, back-to-back wins for John Michael Brissett. Driver from Keysville getting his gloves off. He's going to jump out of the car, and we'll talk to him for the second straight week. Here he is, everybody. Give him a nice round of applause. John Michael Brissett wins again. Picked up his first career victory last week. He wins again this week.
Hey.
Come on over. Congratulations, John Michael. Another victory for you. And I think the key, you were able to get the lead on a restart. Tell us about the restart when you took the lead from the outside line.
I really don't know what happened. We had a couple messes on the restarts, and I ended up with the lead. And those late cautions I didn't want to see, but I was able to hold everybody off.
And then down the stretch, you had some of the big dogs in the division that were starting to run you down, but they never really did mount much of a challenge. You still maintained a 1 to 2 car length lead.
Yeah, the keys were definitely the restarts, and after that I was able to hold everybody off. I just want to thank all my family, thank Speedy, thank Bill Desatel, everybody that works on my car. It's great.
Congratulations, back-to-back wins. Don't give too much credit to Speedy. You're the guy driving the car.
Thank you. Yeah, he did a lot of work. So.
All right. Nice job, John Michael Brissett. He wins back-to-back in the Bomber division. The deuce. All right, that's the field. 25 laps to distance. Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades take the green flag. And it's Josh Allen on it on the outside of the front row, taking a lead over in turn number 2. Allen leads him down the backstretch. Bordeaux back to the second spot, and Josh Terry is coming after him on the outside. 2 Joshes show the way. Josh Allen in car number 10 will lead lap number 1. Josh Terry going to be in the second spot. Keep an eye on Mr. H2O, though. Robert Gordon with that H2O car starting 6th on the grid, and he certainly is in prime position to pick up a 6-pack as he is looking for his 6th victory of the season. Josh Allen in car 10 leading by 5 car lengths. Then it is car 43 for Josh Terry. Boy, Rob Favreau was close up against that wall off of turn number 4. They're 3 wide with Booten on the inside. Raptoy in car number 11 was in the middle, but Favreau was able to sort it out, and he pulled right in front of the 11 car to make it side by side instead of 3 wide into turn number 1. Raptoy with a nice move to back out of it a little bit and let that 22 down in front. Again, you see the 22 again taking a high line right up against the wall, trying to get every inch out of this racetrack, work the speed as best as possible. So the leader is Josh Allen in car number 10. Josh Terry runs in that second spot. Rob Gordon in the H2O sitting third. Andrew Bordeaux is fourth, but he's drifting to the top of the track while Rick Doner's trying to dial in the inside line. Doner in car number 86 trying to take the 4th spot away from the 08, and he will do it over in turn number 2. Now Bordeaux comes back after him on the top of the track. Rob Favreau vaults off the top of turn number 2. He'll take a position away from Jason McClatchy in the 70 car as that outside line is coming to life. Lance Raptoy looking to move around the outside of Kevin Booten, who is snookered behind the 70. McClatchy's car is fading in that number 70. He is falling back a little bit and now fighting back off of turn number 2. And Raptoy's after him on the outside. Booten's trying to figure out what line he wants to go with. Will he stick with McClatchy on the inside? Will he go to the outside and follow Lance Raptoy? The leader is Josh Allen. Robert Gordon, the H2O, going after that second spot. And Josh Terry is about to fall into the clutches of the H2O. Even as they work into turn number 4, Josh Allen's lead is 8 car lengths at the start-finish line. Rob Gordon is now second. Josh Terry runs in the 3rd spot. 4th is the 86 of Rick Doner. 5th is the Freihofer 13 for West Chazy's Joe Warren. Andrew Bordeaux has dropped back to the 6th spot. 7th, Jason McClatchy. 8th is Kevin Booten. Running in 9th, Rob Favreau in car 22. And back into the 10th spot, it is the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Raptoy moving down to the inside of turn number 1. Hot onto it, got a piece of the 22. That sent him up the racetrack. Raptoy will pick up a spot, and the 22 of Favreau will lose a couple positions. Right off of Raptoy's back bumper is the big daddy, Don Franklin, in car 69. Josh Allen's lead is half the front stretch. And Rob Gordon, who's won more than anybody else in this division, is the new chaser, as he has cleared Josh Terry in the 2nd spot, and he is already putting a gap between himself and Terry, as Terry is fading to in that 3rd spot. Rick Doner still running solid in 4th on his sponsor's night. Allen's lead off of turn number 2 is at 8 car lengths. Robert Gordon trying to eat into that. Lap number 10 on the board. Number 11 about to go up as the leader works off of turn number 4. We're approaching the halfway point of this 25-lap race. Allen is the leader. Robert Gordon is running 2nd. Josh Terry is 3rd. 4th is Rick Doner. 5th is Joe Warren. 6th is the 25 of Kevin Booten. Running in 7th is the 08 of Andrew Bordeaux. Running in 8th is Lance Raptoy. 9th is Jason McClatchy. And rounding out the top 10 is Don Franklin. Curtis Seymour is 11th. 12th is Rob Favreau. 13th is Dave Drake. 14th is Dan Dubuque. And 15th is Jimmy Collins. 16th is Metal Man in the 2. 17th is Freeman Sawyer in car number 51. And the leader, Josh Allen, can see that 51 car as he is at the back of the pack. Working along the front stretch. The leader, Josh Allen, maintaining an 8 car length advantage over the H2O. Allen started up front, took the lead over in turn number 2 on the first lap. He has led every lap of this race, a race that is about to put 14 up on the board. He'll move down to the inside of car 51 as Freeman Sawyer takes the Volare 51 to the top of the track, and Jason McClatchy is off. McClatchy is off the pace in the middle of the backstretch. McClatchy in car number 70 into the bunker, now trying to roll again, and it's too late. Yellow flag. The yellow call went out over the race receiver to the drivers. First caution of this 25-lap feature event. 14 down on our way to 25, remember. So 11 laps remain for the Renegades tonight. Who's it going to be? Here they come off of turn number 4 on the inside. Josh Allen with a real good restart. Green flag's out. Allen in car number 10. Robert Gordon with the H2O. Gordon goes to the top of turn number 2. Allen takes that momentum away, and it forces the H2O to back off a little bit. Nice move there by Allen in car number 10. His lead is a half car length going into turn number 4. A little bit loose, so that rear end kick out a little bit. It's a half car length advantage at the start-finish line. Before the yellow flag, his lead was 7 to 8 car lengths. Oh, we got cars dancing over in turn number 2, and Lance Raptoy appears to be caught in it. The 86, the 25, and the 11. The 86 of Donor, the 25 of Boutin, and the 11 of Raptoy. First and second point guy. All right, ready for a restart with 15 laps complete. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Another good shot for Robert Gordon. This time he's there on the top of the racetrack. Gordon gets a good run on the top of 2. Josh Allen comes back after him on the inside. Allen gets the lead back on the inside going to turn number 4. They'll drag race for the lead, down to the stripe. And at the line, it looked like Gordon by about half a foot. Josh Allen coming back after him on the inside. Gordon still there on the outside. Again, he gets a good run off the top of turn number 2. They're even into the third turn. Allen bobbles going into turn number 4. Gordon right up against the wall off of turn number 4. Gordon's got the lead. That bobble going into turn number 4, costing the 10 of Josh Allen the lead. But he's still right with him over in turn number 2. 17 laps up on the board. Gordon's got pretty good momentum going to 3 and 4. Allen trying to get back in a draw position coming off of the 4th turn. Down to the front stretch. Gordon trying to finish the pass now as he's got the lead clearly at the line. Josh Allen with a good run into 1 and 2. But Gordon will really take advantage on the top of turn number 2. He'll finish the pass. Robert Gordon in the lead. Still works to the top though, and Allen comes back after him on the inside. But he bobbles again, it looked like, going into turn number 4. Now Gordon drives away. Allen's going to try to get to the top of the racetrack. Battle for third. Joe Warren works to the outside of Josh Terry, trying to get to that third spot. They run side by side for the third position. Robert Gordon is checking out now. His lead is up to a car length as they work off the 4th turn. Josh Allen are trying to get back after him. He had built up a sizable advantage in the early going, working that higher line. But Robert Gordon is running at speed, and he's not making a lot of progress cutting into the lead. So the H2O of Robert Gordon on his way to perhaps win number 6 with 5 laps to go. Great battle for third between the 43 and the 13 ongoing. That battle's been going on for a couple of laps, almost touching along the front stretch going into turn number 1. The 10 of Josh Allen had a good run again into 1 and 2. Gets back underneath the H2O. But here's where Gordon has been really picking up some real estate. And again, Josh Allen is back after him on the inside. Robert Gordon works the top of the track. Josh Allen in 1 and 2. Closes. But off the top of turn number 2, the H2O pulls away. Into 3 and 4. Allen in car number 10 is right back there. He actually has the lead going into turn number 4. Down the front stretch to the line. Allen's got the lead. White flag. 1 lap to go. Josh Allen, Robert Gordon. Gordon over in turn number 2, trying to surge again down the backstretch. Allen hanging on to lead, going to 3 and 4. If he can make it stick into turn number 4, I think he'll win. But here comes Gordon, driving to the top of the wall. Drag race for the win. Down to the line, it's 1 to go now. Thought the white flag came out the last lap. Now it is the H2 on the outside, coming off of turn number 2. It is the 10 of Allen working on the inside. Now they're even again going into turns 3 and 4. This time it'll be a drag race for the win. Here they come down the front stretch. It's Gordon on the outside to win. Allen finishes second. Josh Terry finishes third. Fourth, it's the 13 of Joe Warren.
All right, well, we learned something else new in Victory Lane. Joe Daniels was driving car number 10, not Josh Allen, which we just found out. Robert Gordon is in Victory Lane for the 6th time. And Robert Gordon, it's another last lap win for you as you make the outside work coming off of turn number 4.
Yeah, we just barely did it again tonight. I didn't think we were going to do it there on the last restart, but the last restart, yeah, we just gave it a little more than it had, and again, it paid out for us.
Well, this has happened now 3 or 4 times where you've had the final lap coming off of turn number 4, and you've been on the outside. And again, that's where your car wanted to be.
Yeah, it did. Tonight, earlier, the outside really wasn't the place to be. Meadowman's old-timer car blew up out there, and the outside was still really greasy from that, but starting to come into it now, I think.
Well, Rob, 6 wins, and you made up some points. You're still going to be right in the thick of things points-wise, and you're really pacing the field with 6 victories. It has to feel good.
Yeah, the 6 victories much better than the point thing. I mean, to win 1 or 2, maybe 3 is great in a year, but to even think I could win 6 is, it's not really, it's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Rob Gordon wins with the H2O 6 times now for Robert Gordon.
Final event of the evening as the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds getting ready to roll. Collins, Lavarnway getting ready to stand on it as they come off. Turn 4, green. Flag is out. 2 green cars coming to get the green, and on the outside, Lavarnway is going to grab the lead as they come off turn 1. Lavarnway leads them up the back stretch. Here comes Bradley quickly on the outside in the 69 to take second as they're 3 wide in a battle for the number 3 spot. Caught in the far outside is the 45 of Josh Laporte. Trouble for Eric Riel. He spins the 0-2 off the top of turn 4. Everybody else gets by, but we'll have a caution flag here on lap number 1. All right, take 2. Collins, Lavarnway. Bradley inside this time. Speedy outside. Off turn 4. 4 underway. And again, Lavarnway tries to get a jump on the outside, but this time Collins does a good job sticking right with him. But Josh will grab the lead up the backstretch, and here comes Speedy. Speedy Brissett on the outside, moves into the number 2 spot. John Bradley is 3rd. Josh Laporte's 45B on the far outside, right up by the wall. Collins gets drop kicked to the inside. He's going to lose 4 or 5 spots. Whalen does a nice job hanging on to that 11 car. Up front, good battle for the lead. Speedy on the inside. He's going to stick his nose in front coming off turn 4, and Speedy Brissett will lead lap number 2. Josh Leclerc moves into the number 2 spot. Lavarnway is back to 3rd. Bradley is 4th. Josh Laporte is 5th. Sales is 6th. Donor runs 7th. And it's Whalen in the 8th spot. The 61 of Bombard is 9th. We've got a car around. That's Bradley, 69. Everybody scrambles to get around him. No contact. We stay green. Sales and Donor get together in turn number 2, and they both hang on to it. That certainly has opened up a gap between the top 4 cars and the 5th place running Eric Sales in the 47. Speedy Brissett looking for his first career mini-modified victory. Josh Leclerc picked up his first career win earlier this season. He'd like number 2 tonight. And it's 7 car lengths back to Josh Laporte's 45 and 5 more to Josh Lavarnway in the 13. Still a scramble for positions in the right around that top 10 as they're headed 3 wide. LeVere has worked his way up. He's now running behind Whalen in the 7th spot. Up front, it could be a banner night for the Brissetts. John Michael won earlier. Can Speedy back it up with a win of his own? He's pulling away from Josh Leclerc. Speedy leads by 5. Josh Laporte challenging Josh Leclerc for the number 2 spot at the halfway point. Eric Sales runs 4th. 5th is Josh Lavarnway. Mike Whalen is 6th. Chris LeVere running in the 7th spot. Levi Bombard is 8th. Scott Richner 9th. Battle for the 10th spot. Justin Donor's 23. Well, no battle anymore. Bradley goes off into the bunker. Donor takes 10th. Bradley gets the 69 refired. We will stay green. We've got a car off the top of turn 4. It looks like that car is still running. That is the 69 car. Now Bradley just parks it, and that's going to force a caution flag. Still no yellow yet. as they want Bradley to fire that 69 so we can keep going. Caution flag now does come out for the 69 of John Bradley on lap number 9. Speedy Brissett in the 03, Josh Laporte in the 45. That's your front row as the field looks for the green. Green flag is out. Speedy leads them to the wire. Laporte right there on the outside as they come off turn 2. Just a car length behind. Josh Leclerc right there as well in the 7 in the battle for the number 2 spot. Here comes Sales moving up on the outside. Whalen's moving up. Look out, the King is sliding down the backstretch as he tries to refire that car, and we're going to have another yellow. Speedy Brissett inside. Josh Laporte outside. Josh Leclerc, Eric Sales, row 2. Back to the green flag. It's another good start for Speedy. Speedy leads the way up the backstretch. The 45 of Laporte settles into second. Sales charging up on the outside to take third. The 7 car of Josh Leclerc got a little bit of a bump from the 11 going into the corner. That slowed up the 7 and cost the 11 a couple of car lengths as well. That's a good battle for the 4th spot as Whalen on the inside and Leclerc on the outside. Battle for that 4th spot. Chris Lavere has taken 6th in the 4 car. Up front, Speedy Brissett is your leader, but he's got 2 hard chargers right on his back bumper. The 45 of Laporte, the 47 of Sales. Keep an eye on the 7 and 11 as they are not happy with each other. Here comes the 45 of Laporte on the inside, trying to grab the lead away. Speedy trying to come back on the outside. Eric Sales waiting for one of those top 2 to make a mistake. That's not likely to happen. Donors 23 is off the pace on the backstretch. They come down the front stretch to get 2 to go from Chief Starter Butch Hendry. Speedy had the lead at the stripe just by a nose. Laporte takes the lead as they head up the backstretch. But the 03 is fast in turns 3 and 4. Can he get the lead back as they come off turn 4 to the white flag? 1 to go. This time at the stripe, it's Laporte by a car length. Speedy going to give it his best up the backstretch. Eric Sales is looking for a way on the bottom. Checkered flag in the air. Speedy charging up on the outside. Here they come off turn 4. Final time. It's going to be Josh Laporte to win it. Speedy, second best once again. 47 of Eric Sales finishes 3rd. Followed by Josh Leclerc in the 7. And the 11 of Mike Whalen. And they're still talking about it up the backstretch. All right, let's go down trackside one final time tonight. Rob, take it away.
All right, first win of the year for Josh Laporte in the number 45. Josh climbing out of his car now. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. He gets the win. And we see a lot of race cars in the other divisions. Find the top of the racetrack as the fast way around. Come on over this way a little bit. For you, it was the inside. That inside dialed in for you, and you were able to work underneath the 03 of Speedy Brissett.
Yeah, it's been tough this year. I had a lot of problems with the car. I want to thank my brother for helping me work it all out. It's just been great all year long, and I hope it just continues.
Well, you mentioned that there have been times where maybe the car hasn't been exactly as you would like. What did you do differently tonight to get it set up and to get it the way you wanted it and obviously get you here to victory lane?
We've been struggling with tires, and that was the main thing. We worked on it all week, and we ran some different tires this week, and they worked out fine.
Well, you found something. Good luck with that setup the rest of the way, and congratulations.
I want to thank my sponsors, Karen's Cuts and Infrapack Plastics. Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Josh Laporte, everybody. Josh gets his first win of the year in the 45. Speedy Brissett finishes in the second spot. That second position may well put him atop the points in the mini modifieds going into next week.